Welcome to the Knowleaf podcast. Today we are in Sonoma County Fairgrounds at the beautiful Hall of Flowers. So right now we have Carrie with the California Dab Company, Cali Kush Farms.
Cool. I'm Carrie from California Dab Company. We do vape cartridges, but we also have a distribution license. So we do like Cali Kush Farms is our flower company.
Cali Kush Farms?
Yes.
Nice.
So we've been around for a long time.
Wow.
Really?
How long? Yeah.
We've been in the industry for almost 20 years now.
Oh, cool. So how long have you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry for 5 years. So I'm the, obviously, California Dab Company side of things. And then my partners are the flower side. So.
Wow. So as a dab company, can you talk a little bit about what you guys do and what is a dab and how do you benefit?
So it all started from the dab. That's where the company came from. But it was really hard in LA. They didn't do any type 7, which is a volatile license. So that's what we did all of our dabs with butane, which is a volatile hydrocarbon. And LA was like, no, we don't want anybody exploding.
Right.
So they only did type 6 manufacturing licenses, which are anything like alcohol or solvent-free, like hash and stuff like that. So we technically could have done dabs, but it was easier because we were already doing the distillate cartridges.
I see. So where did you guys have to go, given that like LA wasn't going to be the place for you?
We stayed in LA. We adapted.
Hell yeah.
Adapt and overcome,
no, LA,
right?
We're not going to leave.
Yeah,
you so adapt to us.
Exactly.
So how did you do that? That's a challenge.
Yeah, it was a big challenge because we used to make our own distillate. We used to do everything vertical, but there's like a lot of huge companies out there that are streamlining the process, buying multi-million-dollar machines that are making way better concentrates and more pure. So we decided to outsource the distillate, and that was an easy way around that. So now it's like infusion. So type 6 you can infuse.
Speak a little bit more about that. What does that mean?
Infusion. Anything, so you can take finished products and make them into something, or you can like take, like Rick Simpson oil, where you can like ethanol extraction, and then you can take the ethanol out with heat, but it's technically you're not using anything that's like gonna explode under pressure and stuff like that.
I see.
Yeah.
So working in that space in Los Angeles, what are some of the reasons why you got into working with dabs with the company that you work for today?
Well, I was around a while ago, back before there was even vape cartridges. Really, is when I started.
What were you doing then?
Flour, the regular flour, when wax was like black and bubbling and not purged and killed people, but we all kept smoking it. And literally now everything is so clean, and I love that about this industry is that everything's so transparent with all the test results, and people are putting out quality products and making it easily accessible for clean meds instead of the guess and check. Like back in the day when flour, if your ash was black, probably got something bad in it.
Right.
Now it's like everyone's white ash.
Right.
That was like a whole fad back in the day if you knew you had good product. And now it's like, well, everyone has white ash because everyone's been tested for all those bad things.
That's interesting. Can you talk a little bit about, I guess, the way that this can benefit people?
Tons of ways. Legally, probably not allowed to say any of them, but no, it just helps. Yeah, I mean, you see those videos of people with like Tourette's and stuff that like really affects them, and the second they use a tincture or smoke a vape or something, like their whole entire demeanor and attitude completely changes within seconds. And it's like one of those things where you can't deny facts, and that happened like right in front of you.
So I've dabbed once, and that was a really intense experience. Is that how it is all the time?
No. So like one of our products, which is our big seller, is the 510 thread that everyone has. We screw it onto your vape cartridge.
Okay.
And that one is one of those products that like it can be a big punch. You take a big rip, it's got like big airflow. All of a sudden you exhale, you didn't think you were getting anything, and you're like, whoa, I got way too much.
Right.
But that's a big market, a lot of people like that from the old days. And then what's cool with the company now is you can market a different type of pen that has a more controlled dose, that has a restricted airflow, that has a timer that times out. So all these features, you can take the same, distillate product and put it in a different device and make it more user-friendly for someone that's new to smoking.
That's smart, because when I took it out, I was just like, what is happening?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, too much, reverse. But I couldn't do anything about it. I just
you can. CBD.
Oh.
Yeah, if that ever happens again.
Know what that was
CBD vapes. carry one of those around. Get too high, smoke on that, mellow it out.
So what is I don't know, what's your favorite thing about being here at Hall of Flowers for this trade show?
I love the Bay,
I know,
it's amazing up north. We're, wild LA. It is crazy. It's busy. There's tons of people, so it's nice to get out. I mean, of course, San Francisco is like that too, but it's nice to get out and see nature. So that's the best part about this weather, these brands, big brands.
Big brands.
Big
So many
brands.
What do you do with all the brands? Like how, do you want to be a part of these brands, or are they your competitors? Or are you just
no, so you can tell going through this event that there is sometimes you'll walk through if you have a branded t-shirt on and you can cut the tension with a knife. So there are definitely brands out there that have animosity towards other brands because they feel like they're a competitor and they're taking away their money. But this industry is huge. You got an alcohol industry that's massive, and there's people brewing other people's brews, and they're all getting along and all trying each other's stuff. And that's how I think that cannabis industry should be. There's too many people that go out there and hate on other brands. And I'm like, if your brand has a good vape cartridge and I'm a vape cartridge company, I'm going to tell you have a good vape cartridge.
Yeah, exactly.
There's, Eden Flower out there was like, I'm like, you have a really good cartridge. He's like, oh, thank you. He's like, I really like yours, actually. Let's do a collab. He's like, I don't have, it's really hard for us in the LA market. And really hard for me to get up in this market, and we're like, well, let's do something for each other.
So what are some ways that you collaborate with people so that it's a little bit easier, even though it's
so it just depends, what the brand wants to do. Some brands want you to put your name on their packaging and everything, do a little co-brand like that. Some brands, want to do powered by, or you'll make a whole new brand together. So there's a lot of things.
Oh, wow. So how big is the team that works with?
So we have 11 licenses in LA, which is too many. And then we have a retail spot in Hollywood. So we have 3 distribution licenses, 3 manufacturing.
And what does it take to get all these licenses?
A lot of work and a good lawyer. That's my partner. He handles that. Thank God.
Thank you.
I'm the man behind the brands. So it's fun. It's definitely rewarding.
Wow, and you've been in the industry for a very, 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 very long time. And so what is it like now knowing that it's changing?
I'm all for it,
Yeah?
It's been fun.
Yeah,
I've liked all the changes. It's crazy to see brands that were 10, 20 years old, back the originators of the industry in California that have been completely squeezed out of the industry because they couldn't adapt to the changing market. It's a very different market, It used to be walk into a shop and you're talking to someone that's in charge of buying your product right there, right in front of you. Now it's like, oh, email us. Oh, we don't answer emails? Oh, well, just keep emailing.
Just keep emailing.
Yeah,
that's a good point, because that's exactly what has blown me away, even being at this trade show, seeing how many new brands there are, and I can't even remember half of them because there's just so overly saturated with so much new product every single time. I'm like, wow, how do you keep track?
It's hard. It's hard. There's a new vape brand every day. The vape's one of the hardest shelf space to get into.
I was just gonna ask, so how does vape do in comparison to the flower and to...
So right now we actually haven't launched Cali Kush Farms back into the legal market because we've been working with our pre-ICO license, and it was a smaller cultivation, and we've just been selling it through our retail.
Okay.
So all of our offsites have finally gotten their annuals. So flowers coming soon. We're gonna bust into the market. Everybody's waiting.
Flowers coming soon.
Exactly. Cali Kush Farms everywhere.
Everywhere.
The Knowleaf podcast brings you the stories of the cultivators, manufacturers, brands, dispensaries, and cannabis professionals to help consumers like you find the best value and support a movement that you truly believe in. We are in the know, we connect people to the leaf, and we want you to know leaf. Sign up on our website and tune in.